When stems first came out, loads of people said, nice idea, but it's not actually going to change the way that people DJ. But they were wrong. Because once you actually understand how to use stems properly, everything changes. My name is DJ Blakey, DMC champion and pro DJ of over 20 years. And in this video, I'm going to show you 3 real-world examples of how stems can completely transform the way that you mix. Not just how you transition, but how you build tension.
How to chase my blues away. I'm gonna
Flip genres.
Free, we're gonna celebrate. One more time, feeling free, we're gonna celebrate.
And create moments that make people get their phone out and start filming your set.
Take a ride to me, ride to me. I still got some love.
Let me break each one down and show you exactly how you can use stems like this in your own sets. Okay, let's break each one down so that you can start using stems creatively in your own DJ sets. Now in this first demo, I have Daft Punk One More Time on this deck, and I'm gonna let it play just before the second drop. And then when that drop kicks in after the One More Time vocal, I'm then gonna switch out the drums to this deep house track right here. Now the whole point with this mix is to gradually transition from a big room house track into something a little bit deeper. But the way that we're gonna do it, it's gonna gradually transition into that new style. And stems can really, really help us with this. Now the first thing we need to do is get stems set up, and I'm gonna show you how to do that and also show you how stems works inside Serato. So if we take a look at our laptop, first of all, we need to go to the settings right here and then go to DJ preferences. And you'll see right here, you've got an option to replace primary hardware pad mode with stems. Now what this means is you can change one of the primary pad modes here to control stems in Serato. So here on the DDJ Rev 7, this pad mode is hot cue, roll, save loop, and sampler. And if you take a look at Serato again, you can see that I've selected sampler as the pad mode that I would like to replace with stems. So now all we need to do is go to the sampler pad mode, and this no longer controls the sampler in Serato. This now controls stems. And honestly, this is one of the main reasons that I still use Serato to this day. The stems pad mode in Serato is absolutely game changing, and let me show you why. So if we come out of the settings and then change the view right here from hot cues to stems, the view inside the Serato software mimics the pad layout right here. So this pad will turn the vocal on and off, this pad will turn the melody on and off, this pad will turn the bass on and off, and this pad will turn the drums on and off. So that's already pretty sick. But the bottom 4 pads actually control Serato's stem effects. And this is the part that Serato have nailed. So this pad right here will echo out the vocal, but continue playing the instrumental of the track. This pad right here will echo out the instrumental and then continue playing only the vocals. This pad right here will create a break effect, kind of like a turntable stop, and then continue playing the vocal. And finally, this pad right here will echo out the drums, but continue playing the vocal, melody, and bass. So for example, that would allow you to mix in the drums from another track. We're going to be using the stems effects inside Serato for all of these transitions that I'm going to show you in this video. And using them just makes the use of stems sound more fluent and coherent. Rather than suddenly taking out the vocal, you can echo out the vocal. Let's take a quick listen to all 4 of the stems effects with this Daft Punk track.
One more time, we're gonna celebrate and dance free. One more time, this got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate and dance so free. One more time, this got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate and dance so free. One more time, this got me feeling so free. Celebrate, yeah. One more.
So for our first transition, I'm going to play this Daft Punk track 32 beats before the final drop. And then after the One More Time vocal, which is the most memorable part of the track, I'm going to take out the drums of the Daft Punk track and I'm going to replace it with the drums, melody and bass of this deep house track. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the melody from this track to this track by using these pads right here. Swapping the melody between the tracks allows us to transition more smoothly, because whilst both of these tracks are house tracks, they're actually completely different styles. The Daft Punk track is a really well-known big room house track, and the track on this deck is a more underground deep house track. So using stems is the perfect way of transitioning between two styles like this. I will then use some 1-beat echo on the Daft Punk vocal to gradually bring it out of the mix, so that this transition is long enough to stay coherent and make the switch from this style of house to this style of house more gradual and more subtle. So let's take a listen.
This got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and dance so free. One more time. This got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Yeah. One more time. This got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and dance so free. One more time. This got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and dance so free. One more time, this got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and dance so free. One more time, this got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and dance so free. This got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate and dance so free. One more time, this got me feeling so free. We're gonna
This kind of transition would have been impossible only a few years ago, but now it's something that you can build your entire set around. And inside my Creative Open Format DJ course, I show you how to make transitions like this one land every time. Now for this next stems trick, we're actually just going to take one track and I'm going to show you how you can use stems to create an acoustic style version of that track, build tension, create a sing-along moment that leads into a chorus for maximum impact. And for a trick like this, you need a track that everyone in the crowd is guaranteed to sing along to. And obviously that's Whitney, I Wanna Dance With Somebody. So I'm gonna let this track play as normal, but when it goes into the first verse, I'm actually gonna take out the drums, the bass and the melody, and I'm just gonna leave the vocals playing. Now this might sound crazy, but trust me, this works if you use the right song. So whilst the first verse of this track is playing, I'm gonna apply some echo and also gradually turn the high pass filter just to create some variation in the sound. Now this part of the track is such a big sing-along moment that people actually quite like having just the vocals so that they can sing along on the dance floor. And then 32 beats later, I'm gonna bring the melody back in. So this will build up towards the chorus. At that point, I'm gonna change the effect to reverb. I'm gonna have reverb set to 50% and I'm gonna have the level depth down quite low. And then I will play around with turning the level depth up and down just to create a variation in the sound so it doesn't sound static. And then at the end of the first verse, when the chorus kicks in, all of the elements come back in to create this climactic moment on the dance floor. This is an example of how stems can be used not just to transition between tracks, but to create tension on a dance floor. So let's take a listen.
Clock strikes from the hour and the sun begins to fade. Still enough time to figure out how to chase my blues away. I'm gonna ride up till now. It's the light of day that shows me how. And when the night falls, loneliness falls. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody.
When you can reshape tracks like that live, you're no longer just mixing. You're building your own version of the song in real time. That's the kind of creative control that I teach inside my course. And it's what makes a set feel personal and unforgettable. And for our final stems trick, I'm going to show you how you can use stems to make a mix sound way cleaner, way more professional, and way more coherent. I'm going to start by playing Drake, Rich Baby Daddy on this deck, and I'm going to mix into Tommy Richmond, $1 Million Baby on this deck. And I'm going to gradually swap the stems over. So I'm going to remove the drums from Rich Baby Daddy on this deck, and I'm going to mix in only the drums on this deck. Then I'm going to start muting and unmuting the bass line from $1 Million Baby, and I will also swap the vocals over from Drake to Tommy Richmond. Then I'm going to keep the melody from Rich Baby Daddy in the mix, but I'm going to be using some 3/4 echo, and I'm going to chop the melody in and out like this to make the mix from this track to this track more gradual. And then finally, I'm going to bring in the melody from this deck so that the whole track is playing, which will complete the transition. Now, obviously, I could just mix this track into this track, but stems is a great way of cleaning up a mix because you can take out and reintroduce certain elements. And I think this mix is a great example of it. So let's take a listen.
I still got some love deep inside of me. No need to lie to me. I know you got a guy, he's not a guy to me. Just say goodbye to him, then take the ride to me. Ride to me. I still got some love deep inside of me. Please drag it out of me. You just might get that G-Wagon out of me. Please drag it out of me, please.
Now for me, this is where stems really shine. You're not locked into intro, outro mixes anymore. You can blend ideas freely, reshape the energy, and make transitions that feel alive and clean. And this type of creativity is exactly what my open format DJ course is built around. In my opinion, stems have completely changed DJing forever. And hopefully those 3 examples give you a good idea of how you could use stems more in your own sets. All of the videos on my channel have one purpose: to inspire you and hopefully make you see DJing a little bit differently. Because with modern DJ software and modern DJ controllers, there's so much that we can do. Whether you use Virtual DJ, Algorithm DJ, Recordbox, or Serato like I am here, there are so many tools at our disposal. And I want to help everyone out there become the most creative DJ that they can be. If you want to be a more creative DJ, then you should check out my Creative Open Format course. The link is down in the description if you want to check it out. And if you would like 3 completely free lessons from that course, there is also a link in the description where you can put in your email and I will send them to your inbox. Now, if you want to check out a video where I show you how to flawlessly mix any DJ genre in a set, then I recommend you check out this video right here.